Square business segment, and we back once again. We're to talk Chris Stokes today. We're gonna make a quite quick mention of the NCAA tourney. I see that they done done Zion, Cam, Memphis got eliminated. It's all good. Right away, I want to get to this Twitter, this business. You catch me on Twitter at Business Square. That's at BIDNESSSQUARE at Business Square on Twitter. At Business Square. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Man on V Square. That's Man on, like I'm on something, V Square. Man on V Square. MANONTHESQUARE. And I want to jump into this Chris Stokes information right away, folks. First off, what Chris Stokes, whatever, I don't know what's going on, but allegedly, if he did molest Raz B, because Raz B had another breakdown last night at the show, at a concert, or they were doing somewhere, I forgot. He's, the B2K group is back on tour, and Raz B had already said he didn't feel comfortable doing this tour with Chris Stokes' presence around. So you don't want to feel like Chris Stokes is involved in any capacity. We don't know what's triggering that. Chris Stokes was a part of the group as the manager and producer, so Chris Stokes' name could be on the checks that Raz B is getting for these shows. Chris Stokes could be the promoter putting this together. So some way, somehow, Chris Stokes is still involved. And that's causing Raz B to act out. Rightfully so. If what's alleged is true, if Chris Stokes molested Raz B and others, if he were, really did some sick shit like that, because I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. For me, in my opinion, the lowest, scummiest person on the earth is a child molester, bro. Talk about eating raw chicken, dog. That is just below disgusting. And violating innocence. Like, why you want to take innocence from somebody? Why not appreciate that they have innocence and be glad that somebody else in the world is still having innocence? Because we as adults aren't innocent anymore. So why even want to take that from a child? Why want to shorten their innocence? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to judge nobody because we all got our demons. You know what I'm saying? Including myself. But, I just thank God that I never struggled with that demon, man. And I appreciate that. Now, I will say this. If Chris Stokes did what he was being alleged, he should be under the jail. You know what I'm saying? You need help, bro. Because that's the sick as it get. And I feel like if you molest a child, you should be molested, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You took the innocence from somebody who didn't deserve their innocence being taken from them yet. They didn't even have a choice. So, yeah, you should definitely suffer from that in the same capacity. Nigga taking something from you. You know what I mean? So that's that. As far as the Reds, I want to say this about the Chris Stokes situation, though. I do want to say this. I'm tired in general. It's not about Chris Stokes. It's not about R. Kelly. It's not about Africa Bambaataa, who another one. R. Kelly is not necessarily a child molester, but he is a statutory rapist from what has been alleged. And then the videos, that was him. We know that was R. Kelly. So you're a statutory rapist. You might not necessarily be a child molester. You might not be touching 9 and 10-year-olds, and he might be just not came out yet. We don't know. I'm not going to put that on him, though. But I will say this about all that in general. All these black people who are now being, made the face of sexual assault and sex crimes, child molestation, rape, and all this stuff. But what y'all not seeing is quietly they're hiding their own. They're hiding their own. Ryan Seacrest was a sexual assaulter. He sexually assaulted women on the job for years. And they couldn't do anything about it, and he knew that. So he abused his power. He knew that they didn't want what they were being, the sexual passes that he was making. But they didn't have a choice. So with that being said, Ryan Seacrest is no better than Chris Stokes. What's the difference? How is Ryan Seacrest able to go around untouched? Nobody's making any statements about Ryan Seacrest. How is Ben Roethlisberger, who has been accused of, there have been 3 different women who have come out and accused Ben Roethlisberger of rape. ESPN refused to even report the story. They refused to even simply report news on Ben Roethlisberger. When that rape stuff was out on him, ESPN would not even touch it. They wouldn't even report the accusations. And it was sports. It was no reason for them not to do it. We got a professional athlete, high profile athlete in Ben Roethlisberger. And ESPN is too scared to talk about it. They won't even touch it. They weren't scared. They were protecting their own. Paul Walker, when he died, his girlfriend was 17. At the time of his death, he was dating her at 14. Nobody talks about Paul Walker being a child molester or a statutory rapist at the very least. He's a statutory rapist at the very least. Yes, not disrespecting Paul Walker because he's dead, but facts is he was a child molester. He was a statutory rapist. If you want to put R. Kelly in that same boat, he is no different from R. Kelly. Paul Walker. Elvis Presley is no different from R. Kelly. Jerry Lee Lewis is no different from R. Kelly or Chris Stokes. They're no different. Elvis Presley was quoted as saying, "I don't even prefer to date women over 15. I don't even want no chick over 15." That's what Elvis said. Elvis pretty much said, if she got hair on the pussy, hey, I don't even want it. If she old enough to have hair on her pussy, I don't even want it. That's what Elvis said. In other words, when he said, I don't date women over 15, in other words, he was saying, I don't even want a woman who's old enough to have hair on her pussy. Nobody says nothing about it. Elvis still got Graceland. Elvis Presley is still named after him, the street right up the street from me. Nobody says nothing. Elvis Street right here. Nobody saying nothing about this man's street right here, Elvis Presley Boulevard. Couple of streets over, right behind him. Nobody says nothing. That's why it's hard for me to get on Chris Stokes. That's why it's hard for me to really get hard on R. Kelly. It's hard for me to bash Chris Stokes. As sick as he is, allegedly, as sick as the accusation is, that is the worst thing you can be accused of for me personally. Me personally, you can call me anything. Don't call me, don't put me in the child molester boat. Oh my God, I would rather be dead than to walk around being a child molester. I'm not judging nobody else because I've actually worked with child molesters before. Known child molesters. And that was my job to work with sex offenders. I've worked with these cats before. You understand me? When I was a young nigga, I was doing that shit when I was a teenager, 17, 18 years old. I was working at facilities where niggas was child molesters and shit. So I understand the mind. Not all of them are bad people, but they are the worst type of person on earth. Because they don't even, a lot of times they don't even see what was wrong with what they did. And then a lot of times they got the minds of kids themselves. So they see themselves as that same child. They see themselves as that age group or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, I'm not condoning it. I'm not making any excuses. I'm not even really trying to understand it. Because child molestation is child molestation. It stops right there. I don't even need to know nothing else. Other than the fact that's what it is. I don't want to have nothing to do with that or anybody that's with that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with that even on their mind. I'm straight on that. But at the same time, it's hard for me to go at Chris Stokes. And I don't see nobody talking about Paul Walker. I don't see nobody talking about Ryan Seacrest. I don't see anybody talking about Patricia, Ben Rothlisberger. I don't see it. I don't see nobody talking about Ben Roethlisberger. 3 rapes. Matt Patricia, another rapist, alleged, got indicted for rape. Only reason why they didn't get convicted for it is because the girl disappeared. And that comes from Matt Patricia having money. He got money. Used to play football. Now he's an NFL head coach. So he's been a millionaire. His salary been millionaire status. He's been in a position of power to make stuff like that go away, especially being a white boy in good graces. I'm not finna go after my own, bro, and put my own under the bus. That's what you black, that's what us as a people, we gotta stop doing. Now, if we want to persecute them ourselves in our own forum, when the whites don't see it, when the other races don't see it, cool, burn the feathers off of them if you want to. Stick a pole up their ass if you want to. Lock them up for life. Don't do it. Don't let the white man do it, is what I'm saying. I'm straight up with it. Call it like it is. I'm not going to give my own to some white boy to put them on the cross and make us the face of the most violent, vicious, heinous crimes that mankind can do, which is sexual assault and rape and shit, child molestation. You're not going to make us the face of that shit when y'all were the ones, y'all are the ones who do this shit more than anybody. When the shit come out about kiddie porn and child pornography and stuff like that happening in the world, it ain't no black folks hardly in that shit. There'll be white boys. When y'all see somebody get locked up for pedophilia, child pornography, getting caught with kiddie porn, all that shit on their laptops and shit, in their Google history, them white boys that get caught up with that shit. Now, are there other all races who participate in that? Yes, because demons come in any race, form, or size. But make no mistake about it. If I cut the news on tonight and they're talking about a person getting caught up in a sex trafficking ring or child pornography, kiddie porn, all that other sick shit, I'm going to assume it's going to be a white boy. Just like when somebody say robbery, y'all want to try to say y'all think it's a black person that probably did it. I feel the same way about child molesters. Guess what? I'd rather us blacks be considered robbers than rapists, child molesters, kiddie porn cats, and all that old shit. Dealing with snuff, making snuff films with kids, all that old type of shit. So I just say that to say that, you know, I'm not going to sit there and put my own under the bus, man. I ain't finna do it. I've been keeping it a buck and I'm going to stay keeping it a buck. And that's just what it is. If you don't like it, you can comment. But I'm not going to continue to, I'm not going to jump on this Chris Stokes parade, this Destroy Chris Stokes parade, when I don't see a float being set up for Elvis Presley. I don't see a Destroy Paul Walker float. I don't see a let's look into the accusations about Matt Patricia. I don't even see that. ESPN wouldn't even report the accusations of rape by Ben Rothlisberger. ESPN wouldn't even report it. So as I watch NCAA tournament and March Madness and all this stuff to cap out the rest of the month, I ain't finna jump on. I'm gonna keep seeing this Christo shit. If I don't see no Elvis Presley shit, I don't see no Jerry Lewis, I don't see no Ben Roethlisberger, I don't see no Matt Patricia, I don't see those guys. Harvey Weinstein, you don't even hear that name come up no more. Harvey's still out. Everybody said Harvey raped them, and this stuff was recent. Bill Cosby got locked up for some rape shit over 10 years ago. Harvey Weinstein was just accused of rape and sexual misconduct just a year or two ago. He ain't in jail. How is that? How is that? Explain that to me. Harvey Weinstein in his 50s is not in jail. Bill Cosby, 80-year-old man, got accused of something 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago. And he's sitting in jail for it. I can't do it. I can't keep putting my own people down, bro. Not gonna participate in that under no circumstances, bro. Because guess what? After they get through with the child sex offenders and the rapists and all that stuff, they're gonna find other stuff to put the black man's head on the mantle for. And y'all gotta peep that, bro. You gotta tap into your mind and peep the game. I'm not no conspiracy theorist. I'm not one of them incense and no deodorant motherfuckers. I'm not with none of that shit, bro. I'm from the streets. You feel me? So if anything, I love money more than anything. I'm not making my intentions clear, bro. My intentions is money, family first, but I like money, bro. You feel me? Motherfucker be talking about they ain't gonna sell their soul. I'm the type of nigga, I'm real enough to say, shit, I'm gonna see what it's worth. I'll see what my soul worth, what I can get for it. That's real as me. I ain't saying I'll sell it, but I at least see what I can get for it. But one thing I ain't gonna do is put my own folks down, bro. I ain't doing that shit. I can't live with it. Because I know after they take them down, they gonna find a reason to come for the next black man. It ain't gotta be rape. It could be a black man wanting to be the leader in the household. I was in a movie theater yesterday. I watched the Us movie with Jordan Peele, which is a really good movie, and I'm going to do a review on that here shortly as well on another video. But I want to say this about that review, about the movie, as I'm in the experience, my experience in the movie, a side note experience. While I'm in the movie, of course, the movie is filled with a lot of women, right? I'm there with my wife. And all I hear are the women jeering and ridiculing and criticizing and crucifying the black man in the movie, the black lead in the movie. Oh, he ain't nothing. They make him look weak. Black man, weak, big black man. Big black man. Big old chest, broad shoulders. Big old black man, weak. They let the black woman look strong, but they made the black man look weak. Now, I love the movie, but I'm saying this to say the only reason why I even pointed that out is because the girl, the other kid, the women, the females, the female demographic that was also in there watching the movie with me were the ones who highlighted. Because they kept saying throughout the movie, oh, he can sit his weak ass down. You don't run nothing anymore. Just like in the movie, there was a line in the movie towards the end where they were standing outside the white boy's house after their whole family got killed, and the black man was telling his wife to do something. It was something he was telling her to do. I think he was telling him to go get in the boat or something. And he wanted to leave. I think that's what it was. He wanted to get out of there. No, he wanted to stay or something. Anyway, that didn't matter. She didn't agree, and she told him, no, you don't make the decisions anymore. And all the women in the room in the theater started celebrating. Yes, they are being programmed to divide the black household, bro. And if y'all don't see that, y'all tripping. And that is resonating even in the Chris Stokes, the R. Kellys, the Bill Cosbys. Because guess what? They put us in a 2-2 situation. You can't win either way. You either gonna let us crucify y'all leaders, Chris Stokes, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, some of your most successful, prominent leaders ever. Russell Simmons, he just got up out of here. You're gonna let us crucify this white man talking. You're gonna let us crucify your leaders, black people, or we're gonna use your loyalty against you in order to push the pedophilia agenda. That's what they doing. So if you don't let us crucify Bill Cosby, you don't let us crucify Chris Stokes, you don't let us crucify R. Kelly, then we're going to make Jared, the subway guy, the child molester, the poster boy of child molestation. We're gonna make him look like a hero, or we're gonna make him look innocent. We're gonna make the pedophilia crimes less disgusting. We're gonna make him more normal and accepted in today's society. And that's a society I just can't get with. This is Ed Memphis. This is Square Business segment. And I'm out, folks. That's that, yo. About to get ready to do another video on the Us movie with Joy Peele. I went and saw that yesterday, so I'm gonna get ready to do a review here shortly. Yeah. Y'all go check out Ed Memphis, hashtag Ed Memphis. Circle B Smoke Sausage and Jungle Juice, the album coming soon. Check that out. I promise you that shit gonna be bonkers. We ain't playing now more. It's 2019. We taking this shit over. Y'all know what it is.